Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, basketball fans of all ages, welcome into Staff Gymnasium for tonight's matchup. It's the Durfee Hilltoppers and the Brockton Boxers. Once again, as always, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Big Game Miles Jackson. Miles, third time this season that these two teams have met. This one is for a berth into the first round of the MIAA playoffs.
Yeah, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on both teams. They split the regular season, and now they're out here playing a game that basically whoever loses goes home.
The Hilltoppers in their visiting red jerseys, white trim around the black numbers. Brockton in their home whites, red trim around the black numbers. This is the kickoff of what could be a very, very busy week. More on that later. The names to watch in this one: number 33 for Brockton, Annalicia Fernandez. Number 35 in red, Shaylin Carrero, as Elizabeth Williams puts one off the glass and in, and Brockton strikes first.
That was a beautiful give and go. After Elizabeth gave up the ball, she kept moving. Got the easy bunny. Ooh, almost a carry.
This is Katera James, gets blocked from Jade Wint, who's going to have a huge game for the Boxers. Loose ball picked up by Neilani Montero. She gives off to the sophomore captain, Elizabeth Williams, driving inside, and she is fouled by number 3. I'm going to say 21. That's Anush Aliman.
Yeah, Elizabeth playing smart basketball right from the get-go, driving to the basket on her first two handles of the ball.
Win off the inbounds, a little bit too much mustard on it, off the glass on the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, Jade's got to make that easy two underneath the basket. That's where her strength is.
This is Tia Rivera inside for Carrero, who is fouled by Montero. And this will be an inbounding foul for the Hilltoppers. Sent all the way in for Aliman at the top of the key. She gives off now. Katera James for 3 is blocked, but a foul beyond the three-point arc on Neilani Montero. I thought I saw all ball.
Yeah, I did too. Referee's a little bit closer, but we both here sitting at the sidelines thought it was all ball. Maybe she got a piece of her hand or something, but no matter what, she's at the free throw line.
Katera James at the line for 3 shots, making her first. Rebecca Tanis will come in for Montero, who now has both of the Boxers' fouls in this first quarter. We're 1 minute and 19 seconds in, and Katera James just tied it up at 2. James 3 of 3 at the line, and that gives the Hilltoppers their first lead of this game. And working a press without putting much pressure on the Boxers. Tia Rivera tipping this one, but Williams able to recover for the Boxers. Gives off to Fernandez, back to Williams, who had an open 3, didn't take it. A high rainbow for Fernandez in the paint, no good. Durfee comes down with the rebound, but Fernandez clogging the passing lane and knocking this one out of bounds.
Yeah, Fernandez, she's got a good feel for the game of basketball. She's everywhere on the court, defense as well as offense.
Long inbound pass for Carrero. Out of play, Brockton will take over.
Yeah, it was good defense by the Lady Boxers on the inbounds play. Not giving Durfee any easy type of inbounds.
So with the playoffs come a new referee system. There's 3 tonight. Tanis down low off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice job by Tanis. She was underneath the basket, still got it in there. Good play by the Boxers, good passing.
This is Abby Callahan down low to Carrero. Her shot no good. Got tripped up, favoring her left side a little bit is Shaylin Carrero. Now Jade Wint to Jayla Smith, back to Wint. Long 2, might have been tipped, but it goes in.
Yeah, that's Wint, one of her favorite shots right there, about 12 feet out, just inside the three-point line. It's nice to see her hit her first outside shot.
6-3 your score. A 3 for James is no good. Tanis ripping down the rebound, and she gives off to Analicia Fernandez.
Yeah, Tanis doing her job as she comes in, getting rebounds and making a few points.
Inside for Tanis. Long out to Wint for 3, and it's good.
Wow. Wint really worked on that shot all season. And you can see it's blossomed starting here in the playoffs.
Carrero driving inside, fouled by Tanis. It's 9-3 Boxers, who have poured it on the back of Jade Wint early in this first quarter. 4:46 to go. Carrero at the line for her second attempt at the line. Good on her first attempt. Carrero fouling out of the last matchup between these two teams. And she is fouled again, but it's going to be offensive.
Well, that was good position, I believe, by Williams that Carrero ran into.
Alemon coming up with the loose ball. Over to James. Now Rivera a little bit too much on it for Carrero, and Brockton will take over. 9-4, 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Brockton up by 5 over their Big 3 divisional rival. Tanis to Jade Wint. Wint's got some room to run. Now slowing up, giving it to Tanis. Over to Williams. Inside for Wint at the charity stripe. Now Williams thinking about the 3. Trying to get around to Tia Rivera. Over to Fernandez. She pump fakes, now drives it baseline. Trying to get it to Wint. Instead finds Carrero. And she gets it off to Abby Callahan.
It's unusual to see Fernandez 2 bad passes in a row for the captain.
Annalie Lorenzo getting ready to come into the game for Brockton. She's got quite the shot from the 3-point line. Fernandez offensive board fouled on the way back up, not called. Anoush Aliman over to Callahan. She takes a 3, and this is off the back of the rim, no good. Katera James offensive board, wild angle shot is good.
Wow, that was a little wild, but she made the shot. You can see Durfee's putting on a full court press. And Brockton's doing an okay job breaking the press.
Williams to Wint to Fernandez. Her 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive board for Tanis out of nowhere. Her putback attempt, no good, but another offensive board, this one to Jade Wint. Her shot, no good, and Durfee comes down with it.
Yeah, it's good. Brockton just got to control those defensive boards. They did a nice job there. Couldn't quite finish it off, but as long as they control the boards on the defensive end.
Brockton's got to settle down here, Miles. The wild passes, lack of communication. Jade Wint down low, off the glass and in.
Yeah, that was good communication right there. The guard slipped it right underneath to Jade Wint, waiting underneath, and easy got the easy bunny.
Katera James driving inside, a one-handed shot, no good. There's a lot of stagnation, Miles. Players standing around after a shot goes up, not trying to chase down the rebounds. A lot of stopping and staring. Where's the ball?
Yeah, I think that's a good timeout by Coach Connolly for the Lady
We're going to have an injury timeout. Analicia Fernandez was hit in the face.
Oh, okay.
She's now getting some attention on the Brockton bench. Annalie Lorenzo in for Fernandez. Jade Wint over to Tanis. Back to Wint inside. Bad angle shot. One on the shot clock. Coach Connolly's trying to argue for it. Should have been a fresh 30-second clock off the timeout. This is Katera James now with 1:51 left in the period. Inside for Carrero, spinning with it, getting around 4 boxers and drawing the foul against Tanis, who now has 2 personals.
Yeah, Tanis is playing good defense, making the Durfee Hilltoppers work for their shot. And Like I said, she's got 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Guerrero good on her first attempt this time around, her 3rd trip to the line. Winner of this game has the privilege to go up against Newton South. Imagine this luxury, Miles. So some background. UConn has been the most dominant program in women's college basketball history,
Yes.
hands down.
Yes.
I think they've won like 7 out of the last 8 titles, 9 of the last 10, something like that. Newton South has Steve Burton's youngest daughter, and she turned down UConn to go to Northwestern.
Wow. Northwestern.
Scholarship offer from the greatest program in the history of ever, and you turn it down.
She saw something up there in the woods of Northwestern. Up there in the Big 10, Big 12, excuse me.
She, like her father, wants to get into sports reporting.
Yeah, maybe she likes bears in the woods and things like that.
The color purple. Lorenzo driving inside, a floater no good. A wild rebound tip off the glass for Tanis found Lorenzo, and her shot no good. And Tanis called for her 3rd personal. Fernandez coming back into the game. That's a good sign to see if you're the Brockton Boxers.
Yeah. Unfortunately, right now, early in the basketball game, the Lady Boxers having a little problem these last few minutes finishing off their shots on the offensive end.
Long 2 is good for number 13. That is Liz Rodriguez. Went down low, and Miles, that's the play that's going to win the Boxers this game. A quick little outlet pass, finding Wint in the paint underneath the basket. She's 4 of 4 so far on those shots.
Nice defense by Williams. She came out of nowhere, swatted that ball out of bounds.
13-10, Durfee staying close. Rivera might have traveled a bit. No call. Lorenzo with the rebound, quickly handing off to Elizabeth Williams now to Wint, stopping and popping. It's going to be short. Fernandez down low. She gets it to Wint, off the glass and in. 5 of 5 from that spot on the floor for Jade Wint.
Great communication there. Jade went right into the paint. Fernandez saw her. She called for the ball, and Fernandez got it to her for the easy 2.
Shot clock off. Carrero getting assaulted at the top of the paint. Elizabeth Williams comes down with the loose ball. Jump ball called. Brockton's going to take over. 5.3 to go in the quarter. Brockton up by 5. With a decent shot, if they can get close enough, of extending that lead. Three on the clock. Fernandez with it to Lorenzo. Quick 3 is going to be too long. The buzzer sounds, and we are at the end of the first quarter. It's 15-10. Brockton on top of Durfee. Miles, if you want to talk about the Boxers' successes, it's Jade Wint in the paint.
Definitely so. Either she's shooting a shot or making a nice pass to someone underneath. Jade Wint is one of the keys to this ball game. Right now, Fernandez has been a little quiet. I see her warming up as the game goes on. But Jade Wint and Fernandez, 1-2 punch with Elizabeth Williams in there to bring the ball down, make sure to protect the basketball. She's doing a good job bringing it down, protecting the basketball, and not turning it over. Just as long as the Boxers control the offensive boards as well as the defensive boards, that just gives Durfee less chance of getting that basketball back for a shot. So Boxers just have to execute and keep controlling the boards.
So this game between the 16-seed Boxers and the 17-seed Hilltoppers. The winner goes up against the 19-1 Newton South Lions. That game would be March 1st, this Thursday at 6:30 at Newton South. Winner of that game plays either Bishop Feehan or Quincy. Jayla Smith coming up with the steal now in trying to create some space, and she's going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, it was a nice hustle by Smith. Jayla Smith on defense. She probably would have been better off because there were two defenders on her just to pull up, let her team get back and set up for the shot. But good hustle.
Fernandez coming up with a steal, 2-on-1 up court for the Boxers. Now Fernandez keeping it herself off the glass, no good.
Wow, that was
and
a nice
jump ball forced by Jade Wint.
That was a nice smooth move by Fernandez to get a shot off. Ball just didn't fall in.
Williams to Lorenzo. Lorenzo dribbling over to Jayla Smith. Now Wint, intercepted by Callahan. Her pass wild, intended for Liz Rodriguez.
And that's what Durfee can't do. When they get a steal like that, they've got to take advantage. They cannot turn the ball back over. They need to make some points to stay with these Lady Boxers.
Lorenzo takes the long three. This is short. Fernandez offensive board, kicking it out to Smith, now to Williams, top of the key. Inside for Wint to Lorenzo in the corner. She thought about the three, no look pass back to Williams. Williams all the way across to Jayla Smith, who is run into by Rodriguez. No foul call. Now Annalie Lorenzo has it. 10 on the shot clock. Corner for Williams, three, no good. Hit the rim to reset the clock, but Katera James comes down with the rebound. Smiles, even with the three referee system, they're still missing calls. Katera James, a long three.
Wow, that was some way downtown there.
And that brings the Hilltoppers back within one possession. Katera James called for the push. Elise Alimon coming into the game for Callahan. Inbound pass sent long to Williams. Tia Rivera almost coming up with it. Offensive rebound to Fernandez off the glass and in.
Yeah, beautiful rebound. Nice put back by Fernandez, the captain.
Williams can't hold on to it. Finds its way into the Brockton bench. James in for Rivera. And Rivera, no look pass for Carrero. Out of play, Brockton will take over. Now Catherine Callahan coming into the game. She will replace Rivera.
Well, she wasn't too happy about coming out.
Rivera with more than a look of disappointment walking over to the bench. Coach Brendan Kelly of the Hilltoppers saying it's a scheduled break. You'll go right back in.
You know, I like that by the coach.
7 on the clock, but Fernandez coming up with the steal, now driving.
Ooh, should have been a foul.
Yet another missed call by all three officials.
Wow.
Went to Williams. Williams to Lorenzo. Wide open three, and this one's good.
Yeah, nice to see Lorenzo hit that shot. She can hit that outside shot. She did it a lot early in the season.
James way downtown, no good.
Excuse me, that was Lorenzo who hit that 3.
That's going to be Liz Rodriguez called for the push. Offensive foul. Brockton takes over. Katera James comes out for the Hilltoppers. 20-13, Brockton up by 7. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Williams, 3, short. Gets her own rebound.
Ooh, nice job.
Perks of following your shot.
Yeah, nice job.
Jump ball called from 40 feet away by the furthest official from that ball. Callahan to Callahan. Now Rodriguez down low off the glass, no good. It was Williams with the rebound for the Boxers. Nelani Montero back into the game. Fernandez top of the key, inside for Montero. Back to Wint for three.
Bang.
Is good.
Wow. Wint's really become a force, and since the second half of the season, she's really done hit that shot with normalcy.
This one sent out of play, Brockton ball.
See, when you got your big man that can hit the shot from the outside like that, all that does is bring one of the defensive big men out towards her, takes her away from the defensive boards.
Montero bat angle off the side of the backboard and out. We're exactly halfway through the second quarter, 23-13. Brockton up by 10 and looking to extend that going into the break. This is Catherine Callahan for the Hilltoppers. Over to Katira James, who has the hottest hand for Durfee tonight. Back to Callahan, stopping and losing control, and Carrero able to put it off the glass and in. And Shaylin Carrero favoring her right leg as she hobbled over to the Hilltoppers bench. 3:35 to go in the second quarter, and Durfee called a timeout. Down now by 8. As we alluded to, could be a very busy week for the guys at BCA. And Brockton High School tonight, of course, a doubleheader. We've got this game, Durfee and Brockton. We're going to get a police escort, fly us down to Canton. We're at the Ice House. The Brockton Boxers hockey team is taking on Framingham in their preliminary round matchup. Tomorrow night here at Staff Gymnasium, the boys team gets their hopefully long playoff run underway. And that game will be against Attleboro. If any of the teams win, they play 2 days later. So if the girls win here tonight, they will play Thursday at Newton South. If the hockey team wins, they will play either Thursday or Friday, presumably at the Canton Ice House. And if the boys win tomorrow, they'll play Friday here at Staff Gymnasium. Jade Wint, three, looks good. No, off the rim and out. And everybody thought that the other team touched that ball before it went out of bounds. It'll be off of Brockton. Carrero being assaulted, drawing yet another foul. And that puts Durfee in a 1-on-1 bonus situation. That's going to be against Nelani Montero, her third personal.
Yeah, Carrero really knows how to handle herself with that basketball in traffic. In the paint, she does a good job of wiggling her way somehow around, and most of the time getting off a shot.
Rivera back in. She replaces Catherine Callahan. .23-16, Carrero missing her second attempt now. Fernandez coming down with the rebound. And Alicia Fernandez to Lorenzo, who couldn't control it, and a jump ball called. It will remain a Brockton ball. Elizabeth Williams inside for Wint, out to Lorenzo, no look to Williams. Now a two-handed pass off of Anush Aliman. Her hands are probably starting to turn red after getting a piece of that one.
Yeah, Lady Boxers doing a good job getting the ball around until they find the open man. Fortunately, right there, it was stolen by the Hilltoppers.
Alamon to Rivera all the way across for Callahan. Her three blocked, and Wint coming down with it. Fernandez and Wint have been a very destructive duo in the paint.
Yeah, right there, a little lack of communication. Williams trying to get it to Fernandez. But for the most part, Lady Box has been doing a good job on the offensive end, communicating to each other to get those 23 points up on the board.
Alamon had her shot tipped by Williams, who now has it for the Boxers. Lorenzo has been working on her no-look passes.
Yes, yes she has.
Fernandez to Williams. Williams in for Fernandez, out to Wint. She takes another three, and this one's too long. Jayla Smith grabbing the rebound.
Nice job by Jayla.
Williams stopping and popping for two, no good. Jade Wint attempting to grab the rebound over Katera James, and it goes to the Hilltopper. Now Carrero inside the paint, spinning, creating a hole, but the shot didn't fall.
Tough break there by Carrero. That was a nice move underneath.
On the other side, it's Annalicia Fernandez off the glass and in.
Yeah, Fernandez, she is so smooth when she gets the ball underneath and takes that 1 or 2 steps to the basket. Hard to stop.
Rivera inside now for Carrera to Katera James. Her shot wild, but somehow goes off the front of the rim and took a weird, funky spin in.
Yeah, it looked like should have been a foul on the play, but Lady Boxers got away with one.
It's 25-18, 35 seconds to go. Jade Wint to Fernandez.
Damn.
Her three is good.
Wow, that was pretty from way outside. Lollipop shot, nothing but bottoms.
Shot clock off. Durfee with the ball, down by 10, looking to make it single digits before the half. Fernandez with the rebound, but Atia Rivera kicks it out to Alimon, now to Callahan. Callahan to Rivera, 10 seconds to go, to James, out of play, 7.1 on the clock, and Brockton will have the last shot of the half. So it'll be Williams inbounding to Fernandez. Now 6 seconds to go. 3. Williams driving inside, kicks it out to Jayla Smith. Her three is off the front of the rim, no good as the buzzer sounds. The Boxers up by 10, 28-18. Miles, I think it's been a much closer game than the score says.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Boxers are up by 10 points, but that's a good thing. They just got to come out in that second half really hungry for this playoff win.
Towards the end of that second quarter, Durfee started to realize Jade Wint's going to be the one that they have to control on defense. If you're the Boxers, you got to feed her the rock more often.
Yeah, Wint's an unselfish player. She's passed it quite a number of times. So hopefully in the second half she can break out and really do some damage and break this game open.
It's 28-18. Boxers up by 10 over their Big Three divisional rivals, the Durfee Hilltoppers, at halftime of the preliminary round of the MIAA South Sectional Playoffs. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and bring you second half action right after this.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track.
Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man.
Things are going great for you.
You've earned a night out.
Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car?
Uh-oh.
Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls basketball fans of all ages, welcome back into Staff Gymnasium for second half action between the Durfee Hilltoppers and the Brockton Boxers in the preliminary round of the MIAA South Sectional Playoffs. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Big Game Miles Jackson. Miles, this is the third meeting of 2017-2018 for these two teams. They split the regular season series, each clinching a share of the Big Three divisional title. Now it's essentially for all the marbles.
Yes, indeed. It was nice to see Fernandez start off second half with that shot underneath, and here's another one. Oh.
Shaylin Carrero, the point guard or center really, for the Hilltoppers, clearly not 100%.
No, you could see her favoring that left knee. She got down there to the, get a position there on the free throw.
Meanwhile, for the Boxers, it has been all Jade Wint, all half. She's got 10 points from in the paint to go along with one from beyond the arc.
Numerous rebounds.
Jade Wint wreaking havoc on the Hilltoppers. This is Elise Aliman over to Abby Callahan. Callahan to Aliman, who traveled with it, not called. Now Rivera to James for three. Fernandez with the uncontested rebound. It's 31-18, Brockton on top. This is Jasilma Montron, her pass into the arms of Aliman. Now Jade Wint out to Williams. Back inside for Wint, spinning with it. Bad angle shot is good.
Nice work between Williams and Wint. Inside, outside, back inside. Good for 2 points.
Callahan working against Montron, fresh into the game, her first minutes of these MIAA playoffs. Katera James working against Jayla Smith to Rivera. Rivera gets around Montron, but Jayla Smith gives her some troubles. Now it's Aliman for three, in and out. Carrero comes down with the rebound. Her shot blocked away by Jayla Smith, who is called for the block.
Yeah, Lady Boxers are making the Lady Hilltoppers captain there. Carrero worked for her, worked for everything she's been putting up here on the scoreboard. And she's a real warrior for the Lady Hilltoppers.
Fernandez putting up a floater, no good. Went with the rebound off the glass and in.
Nice job by Went. Doing her job underneath the boards.
Carrero now blocked by Wint. Williams coming down with the ball. Williams in for Fernandez. Bad angle shot is good.
Wow, that was a tough shot. Post up, turn around, off the glass and in for Fernandez.
And a timeout called by Durfee. 37-20. Brockton up by 17. 5:28 to go in the third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brockton has really turned it on coming out of that halftime locker room chat with the coach. Coach must have said the right things because the Lady Boxers have come out here in the second half very focused and doing everything that the coach would like them to do. There's, like you said, a 17-point lead, Matt.
Talking with Coach Chris Connolly before the game, I said, what's the strategy going up against a team you know pretty well? You played them twice. You split, winning the second matchup of the regular season. And he said, our strategy is to win.
There you go. Like the late, great Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Al Davis of the Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders.
Soon to be the artist formerly known as the Oakland Raiders. Could be the Vegas
Raiders.
Vegas Raiders. Maybe in their first season, if they can have as much success as the Golden Knights are having, Vegas will have a lot more sports teams.
Yeah. Well, they got a professional hockey team there right now.
Hockey team is top in the Western Conference.
Yes, yes.
In the Western Conference, one does not simply mess around with the Western Conference. You got the likes of Chicago Blackhawks, the LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, and Vegas.
Ooh, nice. Can you name the Vegas team?
You got one player from every other team, and then a couple of draft picks.
But do you know the name of the team? It has something.
The Golden Knights.
Yeah, it has something to do with the medieval times.
For now. The Golden Knights. For now. Because the Army is suing them.
Really?
For use
that's right.
For use of their name. The owner, Bill Foley, a graduate of West Point, so he wanted to pay homage to that. He went with Golden Knights, and the Army's. I don't know how you get the entire Army to sue you. Yeah. It takes a special kind of talent to get one of the four branches of the military to sue you. Fernandez run into by Rodriguez. And she's going to be called for the pusher. It's going to go against Carrero for the push.
I'm surprised that Vegas didn't name their team the Las Vegas Slots.
Everyone was saying the Aces or something card related.
Yeah.
We'll go with Golden Knights having wild success.
Las Vegas Snake Eyes.
As much success as they're having, and it's tremendous what they've done.
Yeah.
Hockey teams do not belong in the desert.
No. Las Vegas Steelers.
There you go. If you had a professional team in Brockton, you could not name it that.
No, you couldn't. Nice little short jumper by Waite.
Too much mustard on it into the Durfee bench. Brockton will take over. 4:11 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Brockton has really took Durfee out of their game mentally in their head. Durfee just doesn't look like the same team that was playing in that first half.
I'm sure that's got something to do with Carrero. It looks like she's 70% of what we saw earlier in the season. Now Fernandez gets up, limping, favoring her right leg.
Yeah, there was some contact there, but the referee thought it was after the shot.
Kayla Smith driving inside. She's blocked easily by Carrero. Montron forcing the jump ball. It will remain a Boxer basketball.
Yeah, good hustle by Montron to get in there and mix it up. Fight for that basketball.
Winner of this game, and it would be tough to imagine the Hilltoppers coming away with a 21-point comeback now, a 24-point comeback. We'll go up against the Newton South Lions on Thursday night. If it's Brockton, we'll have it for you on Brockton Community Access.
Yeah, nice to see Montron hit that shot, the senior coming in here. And
James blows a tire. Williams comes up with the ball. Now Fernandez down low off the glass and in.
yeah, that's automatic with Fernandez. She knows how to put that ball off the glass on a simple layup.
And Brockton is running away with it. It's a 26-point edge for the Boxers. James taking a very deep three. There's 3:11 left in the third quarter, and Miles, it would be tough to imagine Brockton blowing this lead.
Very tough. Like I said, they've gotten to the Hilltoppers' head. And right now, the Hilltoppers are defeated.
But in the playoffs, Miles, as we New England Patriots fans well know, anything is possible.
Yes.
And lest we forget that the Atlanta Falcons blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Yes, yes. Or the Seattle Seahawks decided to pass the ball right
on
there,
second and
1 yard.
one.
Second and one.
On the goal line.
On the goal line. Ready to take the lead. And who they have in the backfield? Mad Dog.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Katera James hawking up threes.
Wow.
And that one's good to bring the Hilltoppers to a 23-point deficit.
Yeah, Hilltoppers again trying to put that full
It's going to be a foul from behind called on Catherine Callahan. Anusha Alaman getting ready to come back into the game. Alaman tripped over the ball as she tried to come in for Callahan. Gisoma Montron out. Annalie Lorenzo in for Chris Connolly's Boxers. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. In for Lorenzo to Williams. Now inside for Wint. Her pass blocked by Carrero. Finds Fernandez, and she makes no mistake onto the basket.
None whatsoever. That's automatic for Fernandez.
Three for Callahan, no good. Offensive board to Catherine Callahan. Now Williams fighting for it. Lorenzo down low, being assaulted, tries to get it to Fernandez, but it's out of play. Coach Connolly saying if you're in that situation, throw it off of the opposing foot.
Yes.
You'll have a fresh chance to inbounds.
Good advice.
Callahan to Rodriguez. Her three blocked by Fernandez. Gets her own loose ball, puts up a floater, and that's good. And Alicia Fernandez now with a 23-point lead to Elizabeth Williams. Back to Fernandez, driving baseline, stops, pops, two,
Wow,
good.
That was pretty. Fernandez right now in this third quarter is a scoring machine.
Brockton doubling up the Hilltoppers, 50-25.
Brockton still playing tenacious defense.
Now a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Williams. They're going to call Wint for the hit.
Yeah, I saw a lot of ball on that play.
Carrero at the line. Having a strong night from the charity stripe. Katera James back in. She replaces Catherine Callahan. No good on her second attempt. Fernandez, the rebound for the Boxers. Now under a minute to go in the third quarter. Jayla Smith working against Rodriguez in the corner, and a timeout called by Coach Connolly of the Boxers. 54.4 to go in the third. It's 50-26. Brockton up big.
Yeah, it was a good timeout by the coach. He wasn't sure if Jayla Smith could get it out of that corner. She did, but just as she passed it, coach already called a timeout.
So Brockton, barring a few small miracles, will move on to play the Newton South Lions, the top seed 19-1 Newton South Lions.
I'll tell you, that's a great gift. You're going to be, again, Brockton Boxer, Lady Boxers, number 16th seed. And the prize they get for a great effort tonight is the number 1 seed, as you said.
Tell them what he won, Johnny. That's like winning and getting to play the Braintree Womps.
Yeah.
The back-to-back-to-back state champions.
That's almost like in the March Madness NCAAs, you're number 16th seed, you're fighting Claude.
Yeah, you're Florida Gulf Coast University, and you get to go up against Duke.
Duke, exactly.
Rodriguez coming down with the ball off to Callahan. Now to Katera James driving inside. Puts up a bad angle shot, no good. Lorenzo tapping the ball to Williams. Now
nice.
Elizabeth Williams in alone.
What a nice move by Williams. Just saw nobody in front, just smacked the ball in front of her and nicely caught up to it in an easy bunny.
Williams getting in the passing lane again. This one forced out of bounds.
See, Williams, she takes advantage of her long arms. She's got long arms, so she's always got them out looking for the steal or the block.
Alemon's three, no good. Liz Rodriguez over to Callahan. Callahan now under 30 seconds to go. 10 on the clock, no shot clock. And Alicia Fernandez losing it out of play off of Callahan. Brockton, for the third straight quarter, will inbound the ball with under 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is the longest 10 seconds.
We had 5.3, 7.1, now 7.9 when Brockton inbounded the ball. Lorenzo, three, no good. The buzzer sounds, and we are at the end of the third quarter. Brockton doubling up the Durfee Hilltoppers. It's a full deck of cards, 52-26. Brockton up by 26.
Yeah, Brockton's playing tenacious defense in that third quarter, and that's why they got the big lead now, because of their great defense coming out of the halftime, and just put it right to Durfee early on there in that third quarter and just took the wind out of Durfee. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in the fourth quarter to finish off this Lady Hilltopper team.
End of the third quarter, we want to thank the cast and crew for bringing you the sights and sounds from MIAA South Sectional Playoff Basketball here at Staff Gymnasium. At the helm, our fearless leader, the award-winning director and producer, Paul Mandeville. Next to him, Mike the Postman Simmons, replay graphics audio. Yet another delivery to the viewers of Brockton. On camera, we've got Katya Andrade. And you are listening to the golden tones, the sultry sounds.
There you go.
Of myself, the Mad Dog, Matt Nelson, and Big Game, Miles Jackson. Miles, 6 years ago today, we became friends on Facebook.
Yes, yes, indeed. And it's been a nice ride up until this point.
And Paul ruined it. 8 minutes to go before the Boxers claim victory and move on to the Newton South Lions. And Alicia Fernandez to Lorenzo. Lorenzo to Williams. Brockton fully content to waste out a lot of this 30-second clock before putting up a shot. Fernandez driving baseline, gives it to Wint. Now Williams into Fernandez, 8 on the shot clock. Fernandez no good. Anush Aliman comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, that was a cute move that Fernandez made on the defender. Unfortunately, the ball just didn't go in the basket.
Fernandez working against Carrero. Now Katera James has it. James to Callahan to Rodriguez. Her three blocked by Williams. Timeout called by the coach of the Durfee Hilltoppers. Coach Connolly going after the officials, saying someone's going to get hurt if you don't start calling things.
Right, one of her star players, Fernandez, she went down hard, and I'm sure he thought there should have been some type of call. Bodies flying and no whistle.
When Durfee inbounds this ball, Miles, there will be 4 seconds on the shot clock.
And it looks like they'll be inbounding it from down at their boxer end.
Again, busy week for BCA sports and Brockton High School athletics. Coming up next on BCA, it's the boxer hockey first round matchup against Framingham. That's at the Canton Ice House.
The Boxers playing some pretty good hockey lately, haven't they?
They're okay.
Okay.
They're okay.
You've been following them.
Coming up next, boxer hockey against Framingham from the Canton Ice House. Jade Wint coming up with a steal off of Carrero's inbound pass. Now Fernandez to Lorenzo. Lorenzo hoping for the quick three. Couldn't fire it off. Now takes one from way downtown.
Wow, almost made it. See, you don't feel too bad when someone shoots a shot like that with a 20-something point lead.
Katera James working against Jayla Smith. Smith called for the push. James to inbound, looking for Carrero. Finds her, back to James, who stepped out of play. And Durfee's sense of urgency, Miles, is virtually non-existent.
Yeah. A little bit too hard off the backboard for Wade.
James to Rodriguez, her three, no good. Tanis coming into the game for the Boxers at the next stoppage. Fernandez fouled by Carrero. Her third personal on Carrero.
Yeah, you can see Carrero. She's breathing heavy down there. She's been going out 100% plus, trying to keep the Lady Hilltoppers somewhat close, but just too many weapons on the Lady Boxers side there. Coach has a strong bench for the Lady Boxers, and Durfee only has so many that they can come off the bench and contribute.
0 for 2 at the line is Fernandez. Tennyson for Wintz, but Wintz going to come back in.
Yeah.
She'll replace Annalicia Fernandez.
Yeah, she did a great job. She's just a little winded. She just needs a rest, well-deserved rest for the Lady Boxer.
Aliman's shot no good. Williams with the rebound,
Yeah,
carving up the Durfee.
Exactly. She played tough underneath there, fighting for that rebound.
Coach, you have 3.
And then, like you said, carving her way out of there with the basketball.
Jade went to Jayla Smith. Now to Lorenzo. Uncontested three, top of the key, no good. Comes up short. 5:20 to go in the fourth. And And Brockton extends their lead.
Yeah, Went is just a beast underneath the baskets. Hard to defend her.
It's 54-28, Brockton dominating. Long three for Callahan, no good.
Oh, how many times do you see that?
Got stuck on the back of the rim.
I think the referee was ready to
and
blow the
just
whistle.
rolled in.
And it rolled in, exactly. Like a golf ball going in the hole very, very slowly.
Layla DePina getting the marching orders. No fouls, contest everything. And she's into the game for Annalie Lorenzo.
Lorenzo getting a well-deserved rest.
Tara James to Carrero, who took 4 or 5 steps with the ball.
And she was looking for the call and got it.
Carrero at the line for yet another 2 shots. And a timeout called by Durfee, down by 23 points with 4:15 to go. Because why not?
Yeah, and it's tough for the coach of Durfee to talk to his players. He just has to encourage them. Keep playing for Hilltop of pride. Don't give up, even though you're down by quite a number of points. And just keep fighting until the buzzer goes off with no time left on the clock.
It's 54-31, Brockton up by 23, 4:17 to go in the 4th quarter. Boxers move on to 2-1 against the Durfee Hilltoppers this season. Carrero at the line for her 2nd shot. And it's good. Carrero comes up with the steal. 4 minutes to go.
See, that was one of the few times Williams has really lost the ball this evening. Bringing it down court.
Carrero fouled on her way up. And the Hilltoppers captain in the last few minutes playing with a bee under her bonnet.
Yeah, she's playing with Hilltop of pride. Going all out.
It's the last game of
her career.
Her Hilltopper career, the senior captain. And Alicia Fernandez in for Jade Went.
Jade Went running with enthusiasm to the bench. That's what you like to see by the players, not somebody sulking to going to the bench. So good attitude by Jade Went.
Fernandez working against Carrero. Now to DePina to Williams.
See Williams directing traffic.
Tennis down low, spinning, creating space off the glass and in.
Wow, with 2 people on her, she somehow got that shot off. And like you said, off the glass and in.
James to Carrero. Back to James, her 3 is good. Hilltoppers down by 23 minutes to go. Durfee's got the Boxers right where they want them. DePina down low, she is clocked by Carrero, no call.
Yeah, I think it was way after the shot, there was contact.
Alemon inside, her shot no good. Fernandez keeping it acrobatically in bounds.
Yeah, Fernandez, she's the whole package. If you want someone that can score, that can dribble the basketball, that can play defense, and it's just got good basketball instincts, it's Brockton's senior captain, Miss Fernandez.
That is the 4th personal foul on Shaylin Carrero. Hasn't had the best game, but having a big impact at the free throw line as Jamari Johnson, the senior, putting it off the glass and in.
Yeah, nice to see Johnson come right in and contribute. That was a tough shot, and she made it.
James hits a wall, and Rebecca Tannis loses the ball out of bounds. (58-36), Brockton with a 22-point edge. Soma Montron's going to come back into the game, and Shaylin Carrero has fouled out of this game. Atia Rivera, Callahan, and a whole host of others in for the Durfee Hilltoppers. So Shaylin Carrero is fouled out of this game. She is at least the leading rebounder for the Hilltoppers. Going to be close in scoring between her and Katera James.
Yeah, she played a gutty game, considering the tough defense the Lady Boxers put on her.
So 1:45 to go. This is a Tia Rivera wild shot, no good. Brought down by Tannis. 90 seconds to go. Brockton will move on to play the Newton South Lions on Thursday at Newton South. We'll have it for you on Brockton Community Access.
Yeah, Rebecca Tannis, the the sophomore. She's only a sophomore. And she will be back next year. We look forward to seeing her.
A couple more subs for the Boxers. Kemi Ogunbodede. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. It's going to come into the game for the Boxers. Now under a minute to go.
We'll just call it Kimmy.
Sounds good.
Kimmy O.
Marching orders foul to stop the clock. So Rodriguez now takes a seat on the bench, as does Atia Rivera. .45 seconds to go. Brockton up by 20, and Alicia Fernandez at the line. And Kemi is into the game for Annalicia Fernandez. Neilani Montero is going to come in for Josoma Montron. And Layla DePina is going to come in for Jamari Johnson. The Boxers' last home game, all the seniors getting in on the scoring action. 36 seconds to go. There's a 14-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Kemi comes away with the steal. .20 seconds even to go. And an offensive foul against Kemi.
Yeah, Kemi, she's a junior, so she'll be back next year. But I'm sure she'll see more action next year.
Layla DePina tripping hard over number 25.
Took a tough fall right in front of us.
It's Caitlin Borges drawing the foul.
See, now, if I took a fall like that, I'd still be down, Mad Dog. But that youth, she's what, 17, 16? She can jump right up.
There's 10.2 seconds left, and Durfee has called a timeout.
See, now, again, if I took a fall like that, I'd call it timeout, timeout, old school's down. Old school
Didn't even
is
milk the call. You popped right back up.
Yeah. Way she
Mommy, I made the stat sheet in the playoffs. It's 58-38. Brockton up by 20. They will move on to play the Newton South Lions. The 19-1 Lions at Newton South on Thursday evening, 6:30 tip-off in that one. A good start to the MIAA South Sectional Playoffs for the Boxers, who you never know in the playoffs. As Borges now working against DePina. Inside for a Hilltopper to be named later that's not on our roster. Neilani Montero will be the last Boxer to touch it as the buzzer sounds. And Brockton has come away with a 58-38 victory over the Big Three divisional rivals, the Durfee Hilltoppers. The Boxers move on to face the Newton South Lions. The Hilltoppers, well, they've got a long bus ride back to Fall River.
Yeah, they do, and the Hilltoppers look forward to another day of hard practice because that's what they're going to do. They're going to have to practice hard, focus very hard for this upcoming Thursday night playoff game against the #1 seed.
We're going to talk with head coach Chris Connolly on his thoughts on this one, as well as the upcoming matchup against the 19-1 Newton South Lions. Miles, a 58-38 victory. It was close at one point. Brockton pulled away too much too fast for Jade Winton and Alicia Fernandez.
Yeah, right when they came out at halftime for the third quarter, it was a tenacious Brockton team that came out and just clamped down on defense and played some good offense, because if you play good defense, it will turn out good offense as a reward. So, and that's why they got the 20-point win.
Well, we now welcome in victorious coach Chris Connolly. Coach, you've now gone 2-1 against the Hilltoppers so far this season. A big win, 58-38. This one, probably the most important victory of the year for you guys.
Yeah, we where are we?
Turn it around.
We won, the same amount of games the team won last year. We won a game in a tournament, which hasn't been done in a few years here. We beat a rival, which is always good. And we played phenomenal once again. Rebounding at halftime, we'd out-rebounded them by 16, I think, at halftime, and they had 15 turnovers. We only had 4, so it was good.
Jade went 12 points from inside the paint in the first half. Talk about her performance tonight.
Yeah, Jade was great tonight. Jade played hard tonight. She's been sometimes she's not there mentally. Today she was there mentally, physically. It was great. We saw their Twitter page that they're going to the Garden this year. So it kind of gave us some motivation, and we took it.
So you now move on to face the 19-1 Newton South Lions. Talk about what that's going to be like going into the first round on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be fun. We're playing the #1 team in the state. They have the girl that's considered the best female basketball player in state history. So, it's going to be a good challenge, and we're ready for it.
Coach, we'll see you Thursday. Congratulations on the big win here tonight. 58-38, your final score from Staff Gymnasium. The Boxers getting the victory over the divisional rivals, the Durfee Hilltoppers, and they move on to the first round of the MIAA playoffs. For everyone here at BCA Sports, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We'll see you next game.